check what the location is for this voice channel? Oh wait, I can check. US Central. Why the fuck is my ping so bad? I live in Houston. US Central.
Docs alert, docs.
Oh shit. Oh, he lives in a city with like 13 million. Oh shit.
I mean, I have like 4-3 connection. Shit. I'm in San Antonio, so yeah.
Docs.
I hear docs.
Damn.
Oh, hey, someone's streaming.
Is it actually up though? Is it working? Like, there's so many questions.
It's streaming.
Hey, I got a question for you.
What's up?
What's your script like?
Very loud.
My script? It's great.
You went from very quiet to very loud.
How great?
Someone is very quiet right now. FYI.
Who?
Snowden.
I can't hear you.
Both of y'all. Snowden and Ver. Fucking quiet as hell.
Oh, I'm quiet? Hello? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. I can hear you, but it's like hella quiet. Hey, James, at least put something on the background so that people don't think the stream is broken. Like, I understand you're setting up.
Momentarily,
like,
we are having technical difficulties. Please enjoy the elevator music.
Actually, this would probably be a good time to go fix my entire networking setup and then come back and hope that the stream is working. So, T and Paul, why would you stretch that image? And why would you just put some fucking Matrix looking? That's so.
You think you could do better? Huh? You think you could do better? Huh? He's doing his best, okay?
Yes,
bro.
I can do it better.
You think you can do better, bro? Okay, bro.
Wow.
Square up, kid. Square up, kid.
Yeah, I'm gonna do so much better right now.
It's just
Square from a man's home here.
You know, it's
He's
like,
doing his best, okay? That's what matters.
This competition.
Alright, should we actually start discussing CyberPatriot, or are we just gonna sit here and complain?
Complain.
We're just gonna sit here. We're just gonna sit here, and we're gonna. Are you gonna push the overlay?
Guys, what if we get stream sniped?
Is your stream running on a? Now you're gonna push it. Push it real quick.
We're gonna get stream sniped. Calling it right now. We're gonna get stream sniped, bro.
I'll be back in a bit. I'm gonna go fix my modem.
Damn.
You're still very quiet.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I think that's my fault.
Oh, I must turn on my mic. Hold on.
Yeet. Alright, that's better.
So how do you use the sys benchmarks, and how do you use... Okay, that makes sense. How do you use them? Okay. So, sys benchmarks, which are located in the resources channel, there's a huge folder with all of them. Usually, there's only that you need, like a Windows 8.1 workstation, Server 2016, etc., etc. You can use those. Those have great tips for securing multiple things, and they even show you. They can even have a syscat, which I don't know if it's allowed in competition yet, which can grade your operating system, like your current operating system, based on those sys modules.
Someone say sys?
Yes, that's legit all I was talking about just then.
Right.
Basically, it's just reading through. If you scroll to the bottom, there's a big table with all the like scored points for sys.
Hey, yo, who's cleaning their
Well, I mean, is it a free tool, or do you...
Syscat, it's okay. So here's the thing: it's free. There's a Lite and Pro. The Pro, that's not free, so that's out of the picture. But the Lite version, you have to enter in like your email and like company information to get it. So some people consider it as sign up, and so we don't really know if it's actually allowed.
Oh, Paul, I've got a question. Paul. Paul, I got a question. Paul, you there? Paul.
Yeah.
This.
Ask your
Are you
question.
gonna go to Nationals?
Can you?
Are you gonna go to Nats? Are you gonna go to Nats this year, Paul? Are you gonna do it, Paul?
Just gonna move him there because you can't really hear him. All right. So in semis, Nats, what percentage of the questions problems are from the previous rounds? Are there any new questions or problems? There's basic ones that are on every image, like deleting unauthorized users, stuff like that. That's basic, but there's going to be newer problems. I guarantee there's going to be some issue that is true. There's going to be some issue that they're going to put in to jack up the entire image, and you're going to have to fix it to do anything. Like making the password file immutable. I put that in my Debian practice image, so you can't delete or add users.
So bad.
Hold on.
Draken, you're only supposed to use scripts that are made by your team and your team alone, and you can't use any scripts that are public that were made for the CyberPatriot competition.
I know, I was asking him because he just said Premier Script, he just specified he created it.
Oof.
So I wanted to make sure, because that's a no-no if you just copy the script from a GitHub or something.
Alright. Why don't we have like that forum to see all the stuff again? The forum for all the questions?
Because we had like a 1 day of notice for the stream.
Okay, you had like a week of notice, but okay.
What?
The first announcement that was going to be a stream was like a week ago. At
Did we
least.
actually have an announcement?
Oh, well, you mean externally or internally?
I don't think we actually went through with it because we weren't sure if the stream was going to happen because there's only 6 people.
Yeah, there was very few people actually were gonna come because last time it was just a complete bust for like the first hour. It was terrible. All right, so I got a list of like panel idea topics. So first thing I think we should talk about is possible critical services because
In what operating system?
what?
What operating system?
I can't hear you.
What operating system?
All of them. Just
Linux.
like possible
Wait.
critical services for
For
all of them.
Oh.
Like for next round.
I'd say SSH, FTP, RDP.
Like specifically, I think it's going to be SMB or FTP or RDP, maybe all three of those. Or
LAMP server. It's gonna be LAMP.
oh yeah, LAMP. It's
100%
easily
guaranteed.
going to be LAMP for one of them. For one of the Linux images, there is easily going to be LAMP.
No one screw the Xbox
LAMP
services though.
servers, LAMP servers.
Here's my exact prediction. I think it's going to be LAMP for Ubuntu, Bind9 and X2Go for Debian. Then it's going to be SMB and or FTP for Windows 8.1, and then DNS and domain controller for server. That's
You know what my prediction is, Paul? I predict that I'm gonna brick the image.
Again?
I'm probably going to
Again?
brick the image just for fun.
Again?
Okay, so what should be ways for people to practice with Debian? Because I guarantee half 3/4 of the teams are not going to have any idea what to do for it.
The same thing as Ubuntu, except without as much of a big GUI.
Yeah, but there is a way for there's the updates for Debian isn't like automatically installed for GUI, so you have to do it through a configuration file.
It's actually pronounced GUI.
Install for Debian for an update GUI.
It's pronounced GUI.
I don't know. I pronounce it GUI. I bet you're the type of person to pronounce SQL SQL.
I think he means squill.
Squill. Are you allowed to use the sys benchmarks at NATS? Okay, so theoretically yes, but those can get 1,000 pages long. PDFs on to the competition.
You can't bring anything at all to that, really.
Well, I mean,
There's whitelisted. It's whitelisted. You only have access to 30 seconds or something.
so we won't have access to SoundCloud.
I mean, you can request access, but they might deny it. Because how it works is every team submits a request of 10 websites that they want whitelisted, and AFA can choose which ones to accept.
Okay, I have a legitimate question. Okay. Is it possible to learn all of Cisco in 1 week?
Yes.
Yes, it definitely is. You can just learn all the commands and you're gonna be fine.
Okay, then you
How would
gotta
I go
help
about
with
doing that?
because
I'm asking for a friend. Please help.
That is what I am unironically doing this weekend.
Where are you starting from for this? Because this next lab is going to be pretty complicated.
You can honestly just scroll through Netacad and look for configs.
You could, but I don't know.
There are better ways to do it, but that's the easiest. There are some resources under the resources that are helpful, I think, but I kind of have forgotten if they're still there.
Okay, so someone just asked the probably most wandered question. How do make Windows updates work?
Don't.
They are the most annoying thing in competition out of everything.
Download.
Okay, so I got sent this by a contact of ours. That's all I really can say, but this is something you can download in competition if you're having issues with downloading a specific. There's a website for Microsoft. Hold on, let me find it. Catalog.update.microsoft.com. If you go there, you can get any of the updates, download them, and then install them on the by USB. It's what Wisu's Offline uses for it. Or what we're going to try to do. I don't know if it's going to work at all. You can try to set up your own Wisu server at your competition area.
Imagine asking questions you could easily Google.
What's the point of the stream? Nobody wants to Google them.
I mean, for the catalog thing, all you have to do is just click the update thing and then see what it's trying to update, and then just search that, and then you have the catalog update, download them.
Yeah, and you just have to like run it like an exe. Just run it, and it'll install it.
All right, boys, I gotta go. The tax collector is trying to escape from my basement.
Again.
That's such a common issue. And what is this?
Vito, you're
Streamlabs
gonna
thing?
go in my basement soon, Vito boy. I'm coming for you.
Oh, Streamlabs is supposed to make like the stream actually looks like nice. So
Oh my god. 1 minute
Why?
user 445. We're being streamed tonight, boys. We're being streamed tonight, I called it.
Alright. Someone asked, so is it worth making a checklist and printing that to take? I'm guessing the nationals.
Are you even allowed to? What are you allowed to bring to
The only
nationals?
thing you want to bring to nationals is like papers and like binders.
Yeah, so if you print out your checklist, you should be able to bring it like in a folder. Don't people at nationals bring
Yeah, but we bring a lot of binders and folders and stuff.
I may just print out my entire 1,000-line script and just retype it in COM2.
You're probably not gonna have time.
Nah, I would not do that because like most of the script is just like doing easy automatic things like users. So that's you could do it faster with that, like doing it regular than typing out an entire script.
I think the thing a lot of people forget on maths is that you only have what, like 3.5 hours, or maybe just been 6.
okay, who here has actually been to nationals?
No one.
Me?
Dracon won nationals, so
Yeah, but I went in middle school, so it's kind of different.
yeah.
So in some of the pictures I was seeing on the tables where you're competing,
Mhm.
they have like switches.
Yeah.
Okay, are those actually used in competition? Or
Yeah, for the Cisco, there's no packet tracer. You do live configuration of actual devices.
okay, because in one of the pictures, like the switch just didn't have any power cable plugged.
Was this during like the normal competition, or was this during Cisco?
I think it was just normal comp.
It was probably, I don't know, probably something set up for the whitelist that they had. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
For you Cisco experts, how do you Cisco properly? Because we suck at it.
I agree.
Pray to Satan and hope and pray.
Make a checklist.
Grace you with it.
If you say checklist, you can send that to me,
Yeah, just like really for CyberPatriot, the packet tracer is all about knowing the commands, and that's like all you need to do. The quiz is what like you're gonna be googling. Okay, so anyway, the quiz is what you're gonna be googling, but like you're gonna be googling anyway, even if you like know that stuff, just to make sure. So like the most important part, and I can't stress this enough, is to learn the configuration.
Okay. So if I spend a good, 5 to 10 hours, I don't know how long this would take to get all the Cisco commands onto a document for my Cisco guy, would that help?
I mean, it might work. I feel like a lot of times these type tracers are so badly designed, you kind of need knowledge of what the commands are to even do it. Like, they always tell you to disable auto summarization for a protocol that doesn't summarize anything, stuff like that. So
Yeah, that was pretty dumb in round one, especially.
yeah, it would work in a perfect world if CyberPatriot could actually make proper packet tracers, but they're gonna tell you to do a bunch of stuff that you can't do, and it might mess up like devices. So you'll probably get a decent amount of points, but I can't guarantee you'll get a lot of points without actually knowing which things are stupid and which ones aren't.
Like I think in round one there was something that like you actually needed to do extra, but that's like probably an exception. For the most part, you're gonna like get most of the points by just following the commands.
Unless they tell you to do OSFP with auto summarization.
Haha.
Okay, so I have an honest question. why is it most teams, I'm pretty sure a lot of the top teams, if there is anyone who knows, why do they always restart about a good 1.5 million times an hour?
Scripts.
Yeah, scripts probably. There's a bunch of reasons. Sometimes it's just stupid mistakes. I mean, I'm not a top team, so I couldn't say, but
I mean, I'm probably
like, I'm gonna restart at least once because of my script in case it breaks anything. But that's
really the average like 6 restarts on the Windows image, I think, because we're
The
stupid.
reason they restart their image is I was listening to the stream and I decided to join because I know. They restart their image, so they run their script. They realize, oh, maybe it didn't configure this correctly. So they go back, they edit their script, then they run the script again. But they do it with a fresh image because maybe their script messed something up the first time. They don't want to accidentally
I mean, it could also be like if they have their script disable scripting in PowerShell, they don't want to go back and like have to go in and change those settings and stuff like that. So they just want to install it fresh. So
yeah. I did that a few times last round with my script. Actually, restarted my image twice.
My script's like
it broke some things.
It broke Firefox preferences settings. Like there was no text on the entire preferences page, and I had no clue why. So I just near the end just restarted, or not. I didn't restart, but I just uninstalled Firefox completely and reinstalled it.
I think that's when I point out that don't waste time pressing about an update Firefox. Just download a new version and install the new version.
That's good advice for Windows, but on Linux you should just
on Linux you just run apps.
Purge Firefox and then install Firefox again,
or just
kill
run
all Firefox processes.
Why wouldn't you just do apt update or app upgrade?
Because sometimes that doesn't work.
And wouldn't
especially if you have Firefox open when you run upgrade. That's
well, if you have Firefox open, then once you
and then updates it.
Once you close and reopen Firefox, it should be a new Firefox with the new update.
Yeah, but like I said, yes, that's how it should work, but it doesn't always. It's just safer to.
Well, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but when you do apt-get upgrade, wouldn't it just keep all the configuration files and just upgrade the base program itself?
Yeah, isn't.
It's supposed to ask you if you want new config files or not.
Okay.
So a question about packages or ACLs. Can they only score ACLs if they're in a certain order? Because in my experience, I generally don't get points. I do the A through E in the wrong order, but I don't know if it's possible to just score based off connectivity.
Well, it wouldn't matter in like a real life scenario, so I assume they do score it.
How do you make use of GUI in Windows? Or just like CMD?
I usually just do scripting and a little bit of the image in CMD, but mostly it's done with by the GUI. But some things can be annoying, like setting audit policies. You could just do all of them at once from command line instead of just selecting each one, success, failure, okay. But just little things like that, it's just easier to do by the command line.
Wait, if you're gonna automate doing audit policies, what's the point of the kid on your team who doesn't know anything? If you can't just yell, what else can you do?
What?
Never mind.
Okay, someone asked, is there a Debian practice image? I made a Debian practice image, but I'm not releasing it just because, they slided.
Another thing to note is that at the beginning of the year, they released a Debian practice image. You guys, they should have checked it out back then.
I would have, but my coach had the phone the entire time, so we didn't get to practice it at all. Yeah, but you can't access any practice round images because, like, for Windows, it'll just like blue screen.
It'll delete the entire drive.
It'll just obliterate itself before you can even load in.
However, keep in mind, if you're able to mount the disk image, which you can, you're going to be you can actually remove all the things that prevent it from doing that. But I'm not going to tell you how.
That's probably against the rules, by the way.
That is against the rules.
That is way more against the rules.
The rules do what?
How do you set secpool policies from a script? Okay, so this one is the most annoying thing I've ever had to do. You can either do most of them through reg keys, or you can use LGPL or sessedit and export it.
I hear too much keyboarding.
Want some more keyboarding?
Oh yeah, dude, I can give you so much keyboarding right now. I'm gonna just move my mic.
Can you stop?
Please.
Like that?
As I was saying, now that he's muted, if you want to get practice for Debian, just make your own practice image with the bash scoring engine. So one, you can get used to the command line. That'll help with a lot of using the command line to, grade everything. And two, it'll help you get used to getting around the image because it's a little bit different. Like the GUI is not a lot, but there's a pretty decent difference to
actually, it uses the exact same GUI as long as you're using because they should be using similar GUI because Debian 8 is around the same time as 1604.
Okay, well, here's
what GUI
the
does CyberPatriot use in competition?
They both use GNOME, but I don't know if you've seen a default GNOME desktop, but Ubuntu uses GNOME, yes, but they have a heavily edited GNOME, not template, GNOME style that they've been working on for like 20 years, It's not, it's similar, but it's not similar at the same time.
What happens here is that they actually, in competition, they use GNOME Flashback.
They do? Well, I've never seen the Debian comp image. Anyway,
and they also
people have a desktop,
use GNOME Flashback in Ubuntu. Reason why they do that is because the VMs can only do, they can't do proper graphics acceleration, so GNOME runs very poorly otherwise.
Yeah, but it's like...
And Unity also runs very poorly because it is missing acceleration as well.
Yeah, but it's not going to look exactly the same, but like it's not
mostly
hard
the theme,
to use.
But outside of that, it should be pretty similar. It may not be the exact same.
Yeah.
Because GNOME, they can't keep a UI consistent for more than one version.
What do you think the best to get ready for other images, like 8.1? Just a little thing. I heard that the forensic questions are going to be harder on 8.1 than they are Server 26.
Where did you hear this from?
My source.
Okay.
That sounds spooky.
Yeah,
So
I
he's supposed
have.
to give you forensic questions.
No, he just said that he ran out of time on the server 2016 ones, so they weren't as good as he wanted to be. And he said that the 8.1 are going to be like harder on the server ones.
Are they going to be harder than last round's images? Not images.
Well, duh. Are the forensic questions ever possible for semi? Yeah, they are possible, but they're just annoying. And you have to actually put in effort to solve.
I would say they're not that bad, but I don't have room to talk because my team didn't get the one server 2016 question last time, so I'm not going to even speak on it.
The deciphering.
Yeah, I realized what we were missing.
The only thing I can really say without breaking any rules is you need to focus less on the text inside and more on the actual file.
Exactly.
How much time do you spend on forensics? So I don't spend. It took me 3 hours to get all 3 for server, and by that time we had all forensics for every image. But on forensics, I'll usually like work on them for files or settings, so I'm not going to change them because you'll screw up the forensics if you change them. So I'll just wait till later until. And
Just advice for you all: don't spend the entire time on the
never spend the entire time. Don't spend minutes, 10, 15 minutes. Just wait till later and make sure you don't screw up anything that would.
If it's a message one and you're stuck, leave the message one behind for now. Just go back to it.
Are we talking about forensic?
Hold up.
Sorry for poor quality over here. I am using my phone.
Hey, did you drop the stream key?
No.
What?
Don't kill the stream like last time, please.
Do it that way I have some form of credibility again.
Alright, I'm back.
It was a one-time mistake. Please don't. Please.
What mistake? Where you shared the stream key on stream?
Yep.
Yeah.
You're lucky I was actually there, because right after that I left for like 30 minutes. So I quickly could like reset the key.
Thank God. I mean, all I need to do is restart the stream and I've taken the stream back. Problem was that I'd have to be playing the fighting game of keeping the stream under my control.
We don't be fighting. As long as you start it, it shouldn't let anyone else stream on it, right?
That's not what happened last time.
Oh. I'm used to how Twitch works.
Well, Twitch actually has some form of logic to it. YouTube doesn't.
On Twitch, you can reset the key as much as you want, but the client has to end the stream first.
Yeah, for the previous panel, I accidentally showed the key on stream. It's someone entered that key in and ended my stream and started their own stream. So the key had to be reset, and when it was reset, it booted everyone off. Trust me, I'm not repeating that mistake again.
Sure.
I'm not
You can't make that mistake if you don't stream, so, no.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'd rather
What's some commonly missed things that everybody missed last round? Okay, so I'm gonna say the one category that like ticked me off the most was prohibited files. I missed at least one on each Windows, and it made me so mad.
There's more prohibited files. Great. We haven't had time to really go over any of this because the weather here in Kansas is absolutely unpredictable. We finally got to compete almost 2 Thursdays ago. And we haven't been able to meet back for a practice since because...
And the next competition is just next weekend, so...
Exactly. My school only has 2 practices till comp.
Why don't you just meet outside of school?
We do meet outside of school.
Meet
We don't have
more.
class.
I mean, I'm always working on CyberPatriot whenever I can.
Yeah.
I wish I could, but I'm a senior, and so I don't get that luxury.
As a senior, I would have more time.
Well, I hunt down scholarships, so.
Yeah. Whoa.
By the way,
I'm getting
fun
some
fact.
weird-ass artifacting right
If
now.
you don't get a job and you do nothing but scholarship hunting, you could probably earn more money from scholarships than a job. Just a fun fact to you middle schoolers or early high school.
It's actually pretty hilarious.
I mean, fill out the FAFSA, dude.
Yeah, that's what I did that day one.
Yeah.
Earlier you do it, the better your luck is for not getting pulled in for a second check.
Yeah. I have...
Servers went down on day one, so I had to get submitted day 2, but...
I have the luxury of not requiring scholarships, but having some scholarships would be nice.
Well, I don't have any
luxuries.
I can't get any family, so this is kind of a must.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping that like the nearby college would somehow give us a scholarship if we become the first Tennessean team to make nationals.
But then again, that's Tennessee.
If
You gotta win.
University, you get if you meet some certain requirements, I don't remember exactly what, but you need to be a lower income family. You get full tuition and full room and board.
Hey, I'm a low income family, so you know.
Sadly, I need to remain local, so I wasn't able to hit up that offer.
Make nats so I can meet you. Send bones and I'll make nats. Guaranteed 10 out of 10.
Hey,
Gets banned.
if I get to Nats, I've been told not to interact with anyone because I might be a little too rude.
I'm going to be 100% like an idiot the entire time. So, what do you guys think about Cali Patriot? Oh, this is fun. There's nobody.
Patriot is a dead horse. Stop beating it.
Yeah.
No, Glenn is going to stop me from talking about it now because he's not here. Haha. I hate Cali Patriot so much.
Why? Because they cheat?
No, just because they're better.
I mean, they kind of do cheat as well, but
They technically do cheat because 4316 and 4317.
It was only 2 teams.
but they
It's just
they cheat.
It's like, there's no way that they don't say vulnless and then edit their scripts.
But there's no way that they don't pass down scripts.
Yeah,
I
they
guarantee
have
they
to
pass down.
Exactly.
You can't really catch them for that, so of course you're not going to get in trouble.
I mean,
Is that even against the rules? Like, if you're retired, can't you just give someone your script?
Nope.
Technically,
Well,
you can't use it.
You can
Did
walk
they-
them through the entire process word by word for how to write it and what vulns they should secure in a general sense, but you can't
that
say
basically just
you
sounds
can't send it to them word for word.
So
I mean, if you're retired and you make it public, that's strictly
Yeah.
speaking not against the rules, or at least for
Well, you can't
But
use
then you
scripts
wouldn't be
that
able
are
to
based
use it
for
because it
CyberPatriots.
was- yeah, exactly.
As long as
That's
it's
what I
not
was about to say.
Make it a general cybersecurity script.
Okay,
That's
but
exactly what I did.
CyberPatriot scripts are not general cybersecurity scripts.
No, you can call it general cybersecurity script.
Yeah, but then it would be trash.
Why? You can just call it. You can make it.
I mean, if you mention CyberPatriot nowhere in the script and it is not, and you just say it was made for securing your home or your school PC, then yeah, that may fly, because they can't just say, oh yeah, that's a CyberPatriot script, even if it doesn't have it written everywhere.
I mean, even taking into account the fact that some schools might share scripts between teams, I still understand how you're trying to explain the California and that's because they do win open division a lot, and you can't take your own team scripts and that's.
Love when it's all is how to evade the rules.
Let's pull up the rule book for this. Here we go. Okay. So let's find scripts. Hold on. Trying to find scripts real quick. Okay, so here's the rules for scripts, how-tos, guides, existing discussion forums, company websites, etc., etc. Shell scripts, batch files, registry exports. The resource is free and has not been granted based on a previous employment, credit card, or monetary instrument. No token, smart card, common access card, etc. is required to access it. The resource is publicly and reasonably available to all teams. The resource must not be specifically created for the CyberPatriot competition or any event using CyberPatriot software. The resource was not staged at an internet location by the team. So mainly D, the resource must not be specifically created for CyberPatriot competition. Which so up a previous teams shall not use scripts or software created by members of other CyberPatriot teams. Yeah. But basically anything created by someone outside of your 5 or 6 team members, that doesn't include the coach or any team assistant, just that competitors, anything created outside of those 5 or 6 or less, if you have less, cannot be used unless made not specifically for CyberPatriot.
Which again, you could just say it's a general security script, and you can use it.
But if the script was at one time like for CyberPatriot and you rename it, that also would count as it was originally for CyberPatriot.
It also has to be public, I think.
Yes, it has to be public.
Yeah, but you can just put on GitHub as a cybersecurity script.
So if you can.
What you should do is you should make the cybersecurity script. You should get like you should encode it, and then you can just get the encoded bit instead. Then you can decode it, and that's like use base 65536, and then
Or just have a padded file.
well, if you have to put it on paper, then you would have to know what it is.
Just learn how to read non-readable code.
Legit thinking of making for like next
Just
year.
obfuscate it and become a computer, and then you should be fine at reading bytecode.
There we go.
Well, bytecode's different than machine code. Bytecode is like what you find in Java.
I know.
Ew,
So I
Java.
said obfuscate it.
Java. That's the precise reaction you should have for anything made by Oracle. Oracle. Oh God.
Yeah. You can hear me?
We can hear you. But you go quiet.
Real quick.
Welcome to the CyberPatriot Panel.
Because I heard y'all saying one thing that's wrong. Software tools are not the same thing as scripts. Therefore, all of the software tool rules do not. So that means that even if they are made for something that's not CyberPatriot, even if you label it as a general hardening script, if it was made by a competitor, a mentor, or a coach who has been a competitor, mentor, or coach at any point in time, it is still grounds for disqualification.
What if I worked on many of the hardening tools, open source hardening tools?
If you're a competitor, then that script is automatically not allowed to be used by anybody except your team.
Well, shit. That takes out a whole lot.
Yeah.
What if I tell my dad to upload a code to GitHub, and then he uploads it? Is that fair?
If he writes it, then yeah, go ahead.
Well, how can you prove that he wrote it? It's on his account first.
It'd be against the spirit of the rules actually as well. So, point is, if they want to disqualify you for scripts, they'll do it. So don't even like dance around the line.
If they want to disqualify you, they could just disqualify you. I mean,
If you don't know if something is against the rules, it's safer to assume it's against the rules than just to assume it's not.
that's why I just always altogether.
Rules because AFA is, doesn't need to answer to anyone, so they want to DQ you. So it's better to be safe.
Doesn't this rule also prevent you from using scripts that you made in like previous years?
No, because you made them.
Yeah, it's made by you, which you're a current competitor on the team.
But what if your team changed?
Your team changes, but if you made the script yourself and you're on the team, then that's valid.
But what
if you share it with your teammates?
What
Yeah,
if it
that's
was
fine.
made together with other teammates?
No, I was gonna say, what if everyone CyberPatriot contributes one character to a script? I think we ever made the script and everyone can use it.
Here's the issue.
Well, okay, but then you can have one person who does the rest of the work.
Should not be using a script that is that long anyways. I'm sorry to break it to you.
Hey,
Google's bad.
divide 4,000 by 5.
That's not too bad.
Thanks, Google.
I don't think you need anything longer than 800 lines for CyberPatriot. Because really don't need to be doing everything with a script.
But that's not the spirit of the competition.
Well, I don't do anything with a script, so change my mind. But then line endings happened. And I was not willing to put the effort to fix the line ending, so I was like, might as well give up.
What do you mean fix the line ending? You made
Got
it on
stuff
Windows
for
and then.
Windows line endings.
Oh, then why don't you?
No, it's DOS to Unix.
Yeah, DOS to Unix. I was too lazy to do that.
That's like 2 seconds.
Yeah, I was too
I
lazy.
can.
Like, and you're too lazy to do that, but you're not not lazy enough to work on an image for 6 hours.
That's our Patriot.
Yeah, CyberPatriot. See here, my logic doesn't actually stand well. That's why I do this. My point stands. What questions?
All right.
What questions do we have?
Do you have any actual questions?
Okay.
People in
here's-
chat have questions.
No, I'm not giving that answer, Kia. I've already said this.
So I have I have an actual question. So pure FTPD. Why is it such a bloody pain to work?
Because it's FTP.
Pure FTPD, mind you. FTP is normally okay. FTP is painful.
And then it's uninstall pure FTP and install a normal FTP server.
You can't do that in competition. I'm sure I would have done much better earlier on if I had any understanding of how the hell we work with pure FTPD. I know for some reason it doesn't have proper configuration files.
Proper configuration files are hard for devs to implement, therefore they don't exist.
And it's all based off command line parameters, which as a service you can't manually specify since it's not a systemd service, but it's a sysv service. So what you have to do is go into the Etsy pure FTPD folder, and in there,
Oats.
there's another subfolder apparently. And in there, you have to each file is the name of a command line argument. A file, you have to specify that command line. It is the most confounded thing I've ever worked.
That sounds like you need really long forward script to me. Or for loop.
It's not a for loop thing though, because the files. That's not something you could do in a for loop.
I don't know how pure FTP works. I'm just guessing.
It's so stupid. Why do they not use VSFTPD like they've always been using?
Oh, look at the live stream. He's spinning a wheel. Oh, it's
Elena.
Ernie. Nothing.
And then there's two other options.
Paul.
Paul.
What's gonna happen? It was Paul. It landed on Paul.
It landed on oats before. Hey, you should change oats to be Artie instead.
Artie/it.
No, just Artie. Oats is stupid.
You're stupid.
Got him.
Can't argue that.
Someone asked, are you allowed to store things such as LGPO configs on Dropbox or something you use it in the NATs? Well,
They probably want a lot of Dropbox.
they probably just don't add Dropbox in the whitelist. So yeah, no.
There's
I
a
mean, if I
whitelist of
just
sites
Sambas
you
connect to my home computer.
Ooh. Why is NAT so much different than the actual competitions?
Because they
Honestly,
want to support the teams that didn't put in enough effort.
So if you just use a script repeatedly throughout every image and you just like make NATs just doing that, you can't use it, 1, and 2, you're gonna have to do something different that will also show your skill level. And if you come out in last place by 1,000,000 points, and they're gonna see, hey, these guys probably aren't that legit.
Callie.
Glenn isn't in stream, so he can't hear.
That's actually very true. Glenn, I know what Glenn looks like, and it's great. It's honestly great.
Do you mind to send a photo?
No, that'd be doxing. But he looks great. It's not hard. It's not hard to find him at all.
Well, but it requires effort.
Probably.
And he looks exactly how I thought he'd look, so it's honestly even better.
How do you imagine he'd look?
Trust me.
What?
I'm making the Nazi guys don't even know who I am.
Well, I mean,
Thing is, you won't make NAT, so who cares?
I really hope the Aussies make NATs. That's gonna be lit.
Hey, if I may end up going to Nats, and I may have some team going to Nats based off of my training. So, internationals.
What does maybe making it to NATs mean? Like, how far are they to NATs?
They're currently 12th place in middle school division.
Middle school.
That's
Yes.
close. Like, that's pretty close. That's decently close. You just have to improve a lot next round.
Yeah.
If I could figure out how they, like,
And I just gave them the practice image to that Windows 10, the 93 vulnerability Windows 10 round.
oh, they're gonna have fun with that.
They already
I got like
pretty much done
60
it.
of them. I got 60 of them. And I kind of gave up.
They already got that one taken care of almost completely.
I think
Have they gotten all 7, have they gotten all 7 forensic questions?
They got all but one, and I gave them a tip in the right direction. However, another one of them got that one, so
I got all
What was
the
it?
time.
Backdoor?
they
Was
got.
it?
They missed the service file location.
Oh, that one's just pretty easy. That's one of the easier.
Yeah, that's
My
that's the
Debian
only
practice
one.
image, I'm considering releasing it after semis. If I make NATs, I'm going to release every like answer key for my practice images and all of my practice images. But that's if I make NATs. That very slim if.
I kind of managed to force your answer key to be made on my end.
Oh, just get more points.
I wish I could get more than 93 points, but
You
well,
can if you know what you're doing.
Alright, boys, USPS package. Let's go.
Also, it's already not oats.
Hold on.
I think my Discord's about to freeze.
How?
Because on Linux, it just continually gets slower and slower when you're in a voice call.
Sure,
I don't know why.
from GNOME.
I'm on i3.
Have you considered not using a crappy window manager?
I'm on i3.
Have you considered not using a crappy window manager?
I'm using what Conrad told me to use. Okay, I'm probably will move off. I'm gonna probably move off of i3 because of I can't play games on it, and it's really annoying. So
I just KDE.
I'm back. Okay, so what are we talking about now?
I'm just shaming someone for using i3 window manager.
it's surprisingly not terrible. There's a few huge flaws.
Have you met the lack of compositing without a third external compositor?
That is the main issue. That is like the big issue.
I just have given up on GNOME and all the other desktop environments. I've just went KDE, and it's actually been surprisingly decent these days. Except
Why are you
lightweightness?
Why are you like I've given up on everything? So I went back to KDE. KDE should have been the first thing you gave up on.
It's gotten better, surprisingly. Holy like, it has XFCE levels of lightweightness. And it's not that buggy anymore.
But the UI is unusable.
Not without some tweaking.
I have my i3 set up pretty nice, honestly.
Plus, I don't half the time I don't even have a good system to use i3 on because of the lack of high resolution. So it makes it hard for me to take advantage of tiling anyways.
I don't take advantage of tiling either. I have basically the same setup everywhere.
But honestly, I've been actually really liking modern day, and I used to hate.
I don't know how KDE is supposed to be usable.
It's pretty lightweight. It's not GTK based. It's not hard locked to System D. Without some few simple mods, mind you. It's highly customizable. I'm like,
All right, so someone asked, "What's the best way to make practice images?" Okay, so if you want to learn from making the practice images, make your own scoring engine from the terminal for that operating system. For Linux, use Bash, and for Windows, use Batch, and you'll learn a lot.
assuming you're using Batch in Windows, use PowerShell, please.
Oh yeah, if you're using PowerShell, then you in the competition, then use PowerShell. But PowerShell is absolutely terrible.
False.
I hate it so much.
PowerShell is there to use Batch.
PowerShell is to do the little amount of things that Batch can't. Everything else is all for Batch.
No. PowerShell is.
Hey, I made my script in PowerShell, the one that I shared.
And it's terrible.
Not to mention, PowerShell is
PowerShell is a virus.
Well, having known my script gets more points than you ever could.
Listen, I still have 4 more years to go.
Well, aren't you lucky? This is my last.
Crap. Hey, Shu, you want to stream?
I don't have OBS set up yet.
He doesn't want to show the
I
screen.
don't have trust yet after the last stream.
I mean, we're gonna probably have to end the stream 15 minutes early. If not,
wait, we're posting the stream key in general.
Post stream key in general.
In general, and then you can let everyone fight over.
Yeah, someone in general, easy.
He said he'll give you the overlay, so if you.
Oh, she actually did it. The madman.
Yeah, that was cheeky. Why would he
What
do?
else are we going to talk about?
No, put it back.
But like all of
What other
at this
things
point,
are there to
my
talk about?
Discord is frozen. I can only talk through it. Hours of using Linux.
I'm sure it's probably just a memory leak in Elect.
Did you guys talk about the thing on Twitter?
Be right back.
What? Twitter.
Mhm.
Genuine question. What's a Twitter?
What is a Twitter?
No, seriously. What is a Twitter?
Alright, if you wanna.
Cheating is banned.
Don't
Okay.
cheat.
Also, the only way you can win.
False.
That's the truest thing I've heard all year.
You want me to prove
If you want
this?
some true facts, don't cheat like 4316 and 4317.
Especially if you're in all service, because you expect to be a bit more disciplined than us normies.
In all servers, if you cheat, are they allowed to like take you back and shoot you or something?
No.
No, no.
You are not gonna get court-martialed for cheating on a CyberPatriot expedition.
I mean,
Have you met all service?
I mean, it's all service. You never know.
okay, are any of you guys in all service?
We should have already on here, so you can talk about all service.
Okay,
In all
Which is
service.
special.
wait, you're number.
All service is much easier from.
Mm.
If I was in all service, I'm sure I would have gone to nationals along.
Okay, do you have like people from your like JRDC like actually teach you, or is it just like your normal technology? Because I was just one. Because for us, it's pretty much just we have one coach that teaches open and all service. So,
etc. Like started from nothing, 3 years, almost gonna make. Well, hopefully we'll make Nats this year. We're very close. We only have like a 20-point delta between the 3 teams above us, but it's an 80-point delta between us and the top team. But the top team is Cali, so
yeah. I mean,
Cali, so it's fake.
I'm number 6 overall for all service. They're first in Army, and there's like a 5-point difference between us and second place, and then there's like a 40-point difference for second to third. So
yeah.
as long as you're able to get that second place, you're pretty much good.
256 points. Team above us, 259. Team above that, 267. Team above that, 270. First place, 338.
I remember my
So-
freshman year, I was at 36th place at the end of regionals. Then I slowly got worse.
That sounds right.
I don't know of any traditional scoring for Nats. Has anyone on stream gone to Nats?
Yeah, there's a drinking guy.
Oh,
Who's with Nats?
no. That's PTSD from that.
Oh, I just dropped something.
Is it the stream key?
No, it was a DualShock 3.
Oh wow.
Oh, you have a DualShock 3? I'm taking apart a PS2 right now.
Ooh, fun. Yeah, I was using it a little while back to play Symphony of the Night. Really good game, by the way.
Alright, I'm back.
So you guys still need someone to deal with finishing off the stream?
I mean, it's 15 minutes early. It's fine.
Because I can install OBS in 5 minutes.
Well, if you hurry up, get it all set up, then yes.
I have OBS installed.
Let's try that.
I think YouTube is gonna think that this is like a hacked account with the amount of people switching streams. The amount of different IPs.
I doubt they care.
It'll be.
I mean, it's a community YouTube. Technically a community YouTube channel. It's not against their TOS. They don't care.
Yeah,
Okay. So can you guys seriously? This is my question.
No.
What is the best way to go about finding prohibited files on Windows, as I missed those in one of those in both Windows? I don't know how.
What you do is...
I'm sure someone who has more Windows experience could answer this
Use
better
everything.
after me. But, system hidden files.
Well, I used the command. Okay, so who did find all of them on Windows?
I think I did. I have not had the
Like-
time to actually check back, but
Well, apparently only 1% of people got it on Platinum server, and only 18 out of all. Everybody had the exact same Windows 10. Only 18% got it on Windows 10 out of.
you can use a program called Everything.
I mean,
a program you called everything. What?
The program is named Everything. It searches for hidden files. You can get it off of Ninite.
Wait, everything is on camera? Really?
Hold up.
You don't have to download Ninite just for one file.
Nina is a website that lets you select files you want to download.
Void Tools.
So,
I know, but it's a.
Is it on Void Tools?
I get it.
Use Ninite to download a bunch of stuff. You can use Ninite to update Firefox, install a shit ton of other things
I just grab
along
everything
with
whenever I'm grabbing everything else.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think I may try using Ninite next round. Yeah, I've got Void Tools up right now.
Also,
Yeah,
Shiversoft just sent a command. I don't know if that was relevant, what we're talking about.
Well, the dir command doesn't always work for finding hidden stuff like it.
I mean, that's
It's
why
very-
he has those options on it. The /s/b/a.
That is.
Alice commanded PowerShell is just a symlink to dir. They have a lot of that on PowerShell.
I think I'll try to use that everything. That actually looks pretty good.
Oh,
here we
Lighthouse. That's a very
Okay, so Lighthouse wants to make a script that actually makes you lose points. So, how do you lose as many points as you can as possible?
Well, you can't
Doing everything
more.
dash
You get too many
RF
similar.
-- no preserve root /
Genius.
You can't lose points if it doesn't even exist.
You can get rid of everything.
Actually, you can.
points.
Or I think it's more for Windows. Wait, is it Windows Lighthouse?
Windows Linux.
Windows or Linux Lighthouse?
Lighthouse.
Listening to the stream.
Both.
Lighthouse.
Because in Windows, you can't delete anything that's currently in use.
I mean, you could just grab the bottom too, because deleting 3 users you'll your scoring will be disabled. So grab the bottom 2 usernames from the README, delete them in their home directories. That's an easy like -20. I think how much is it penalized to delete the authorized user and authorized users directory?
A whole bunch.
See here, what you do is disable every service on the system as possible without.
No, don't disable all of them. Disable like 2 or 3, so that doesn't turn off your scoring.
No, as far as I know, okay, so my source said that for now, it is on the users and their directories for the disabled scoring, and they were thinking about adding authorized or like programs like Firefox and stuff.
Oh, that doesn't really work. Like last round, I deleted like all the files for every single user just because I'm like, might as well, and there were no penalties at all. Well, I deleted everything in there, so
Did you delete everything inside or the home directories themselves?
Oh, I deleted everything inside.
They only score, this is a little bit of a glitch, but they only score the like main home directory folder. They don't score anything inside of it, just the main folder. If that folder named Paul doesn't exist in the users or the home directory, then they'll penalize you for it. But if you delete everything inside the user's directory and not the actual folder, you'll be.
So you think points as well. Profit.
Yeah, well, there's a big warning when you delete the home directory of a user that you will even if you make the user file, you won't get back the home directory. But
to get your home directory back, you literally just make a new folder under the user's name in the /home or C users, and you get points back.
Doesn't check for permissions. Doesn't check for usability. That's the one thing it's different about, say, the CDC. It's all automated, so check.
The thing, take all the things that you for and scrape the scoring report and then add them back automatically. That's what you do, and that's why our contact had to edit the scoring engine to add that. So it would just remove all the penalties, so you can't just add them back based off the scoring report. You would have to know who all you deleted. Okay, Shu, are you ready? Or
I cannot do it. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fine. And I guess we're gonna have to end the stream here. Or unless anyone else wants to stream. I don't know. No?
I would try to take over, but my GPU is currently getting swamped by rendering so much right now.
Okay, then I guess we'll have to end the stream. So I guess that's a rip. Oh, Henry Fallon Stinky. Boring.
The chat.
Anyone have any final questions they want to ask right now before it ends? Otherwise, we're just gonna.
Okay, next panel. Can we get a good over?
We need to plan it out a little bit more. I would have, but I've been really busy and haven't really gotten time to actually prepare for it. I mean, we legit just announced this last night at 1 in the morning. So.
Well, I mean, just download a streamer overlay and Streamlabs. Download a stream overlay and get some Streamlabs stuff to show the Discord chat, the YouTube chat. That way, it all looks nice, and we can have
I don't want to use Streamlabs shit because Streamlabs is absolute garbage.
Do you want the stream to look like how it is right now?
I don't see the stream.
Yeah, just go ahead and stream. That's a pretty great background though. -220.
Yeah,
honestly, I love those memes.
Right now to actually view a stream. So yeah.